Welcome to the Nitty Digits. I am your captain, Jay. If you're new, grab a seat and a bottle of rum and enjoy. If you're returning, welcome to the journey. Anyway, sorry. Meet Ami. And I know some of you are here to see who has won the treasure, but you're gonna have to wait. Let's start. And I'm taking off the hat. First, let's talk about what's off my needles. La 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 la. My villi. Yay! And don't worry about the bird on my shoulder. And I'm sorry if it's loud. So Ami's on me. I can't get Maria to get on my shoulder. So here's one. Here's two. Ami. Inside voice. You want to go to your sister? Yeah. Sorry. I usually have them in their cage outside, but come on. Go. Go. There you go. All right. I'm very excited these are off. These were very complicated. Sorry, the hat. These were very complicated. Again, these are from the Cookie A Sock Innovation in the Blue Moon Fiber Arts Lightweight Titania, which, yes, is the treasure that I'm giving away at the end of the episode. I actually, so the reason why I'm giving it away is I thought I would run out of yarn for the second one, and it turns out I just barely made it. So I figured might as well pass on the love. So very happy these are off. These are very comfy. I've already worn them. And yeah. Alright, so what am I still working on? Well, still working on this. I still love the project. It's the Bactus scarf by Strickalese. It's still in my Wilmaza 100% in the pretty red color that I can't pronounce. In my US 2s. Forget what millimeter it is, sorry. Still my commuter, but as you can see, I'm so close to being done. So close. So close. But no cigar. So, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Have you ever felt like a project has gone on way too long and you just want to get it off the needles? Even though you enjoyed it, you love the yarn, you love everything about it, you just want it off the needles because it's been on there way too long? That's how I feel. So, hopefully, it will be off my needles next week. But since I've cast off many things, I can't just have one project, right? No. So I've started more. Now I said I was not going to do any more socks, but I have too much sock yarn and I want to knit through that before I go on to sweaters and whatnot. And I know I can do shawls, which are up on my queue, but I need to get through the other patterns that I've queued and whatnot. So these were what was next on my queue. So first is Mona. It's a Cookie A pattern, but it's in her Knit Sock Love. I posted a link to the pattern on Ravelry and the book. I believe I got this as a gift again. I don't remember, but I have it. I have all the Cookie A books so far. I only started the cuff. The yarn is Pigeon Roof Original Sock in the color Underworld. It's very nice. I've only done the cuff. I haven't actually done a lot of knitting because life happens. So here's the yarn. There you go. It's really nice and pretty. It's a very nice dark purple. I don't think the light is catching it very well, but it's a very beautiful purple. Very, very beautiful. So, oh, Keeping with the theme. Pirates! Arr. Don't ask me why I decided to be a pirate. Maybe too much coffee. Alright, the second one is also from the Cookie A Knit Sock Love. As I said, I'm just going through my sock patterns, going through my sock books, and just knitting through all the sock yarn that I've bought in my lifetime. Which I know I could easily just not do it and just do whatever I want, but one year I just decided to be more organized and more organized and more fruitful, and so I just, using my cue, I just went through my yarn and picked the patterns, and I'm sticking to it. So I forget, I think there's a term for it, I don't care. So, but anyway, back to the project. The name is Wedge, and here it is. It's in the Little Red Bicycle snowflake sock in cherry blossom, sorry. And I think I used this as one of my nail pictures one time. So here's that. I started the cuff and I'm a little bit into the body, the leg. I have a little bit more work on this because this was just, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting pattern. It's done very differently. Here's the yarn all caked up. So, I love me my Little Red Bicycle. I have more, so you'll probably see more. Oh, needles. These are the 1.5, 2.5 millimeter Addi Turbos. And these are my usual Hiya Sharps US ones 2.25. Okay. My usual sock needles. TARDIS bag. I don't have that many project bags. I have my favorites. So this is one of my new favorites. Is my TARDIS bag. And my pirate one. Alright, so that's what I've been knitting. I actually haven't done a lot of knitting on these projects. I have a project for work which it's coming up fairly soon. So I gotta finish that. But it's not interesting, it's not fun, and I just don't wanna talk about it. So let's move on to nails. So what's on my nails is these. Oh, wrong way. Recognize it? Yeah. You know, putting my wish list out there was supposed to get me to not buy it, but I did. I used an excuse of my birthday, which you'll find later was my excuse for everything. But so, I used this 2 coats. I am using a different nail strengthener though as my base coat. I'm using Nail Tech 2. It's supposed to help soft flaking nails, and I'm finding to be a much better straightener. So one thing to note though is I didn't know that it was going to go on so thickly. So I put 2 coats on it, and it looks so pretty, but you can't see the red glass flecks in it. So, and I found out in a forum when I posted my pictures in There's Fiber in My Polish that people found to put a slight layer of acetone before you put the top coat, so I guess I'll have to get me some acetone. So this is the Jane Eyre. They're Gothic Beauties. I'm loving the Nail Tech 2. It's doing magic wonders to my nails. It's actually healing them and making them stronger without any product, so I'm loving it. So I use that as a base, put 2 coats of this, and then I put Nail Tech 2 as a top coat, as my first top coat, so that it seals it in, and that's what their directions say. But then I also put, sorry for my reach, this. which I'll talk about later. This is the Julep Freedom Polymer Top Coat. I love it. I really do. I really love it. It's amazing. It gives me that shellac feel without having that shellac ruin. It really does. So this is what it turns out. This, again, I'm still practicing. I'm still working. I found some great tricks about cleaning from, again, the forums and reading blogs, using a concealer brush, and I use a concealer brush and an angled eyeliner brush to clean the edges. And then I've been just, now that it's dry and everything, I've been kind of using a nail cleaner to kind of brush off any more off the cuticles. So, and ignore my cuticles. I messed up last night when I was doing it, and I realized that I cut the part you're not supposed to cut, and I was a little too happy with my nipper, and I'm learning. Again, it's a learning process. It's a big learning process. Big learning process. So that is what's on my nails. So before I go on to more nail stuff, I wanted to jump into the books so that way people are not waiting for the books. So I wanted to first talk about Major Pettigrew's Last Stand. So I noticed in my last book talk I picked pretty highbrow books, and I want to show that I love all books. All books. Well, okay, I can't say all books. I have a hard time getting into sci-fi. I do enjoy my fantasy, but I have a hard time getting into sci-fi, science fiction, but I'll still read it. I'll still try to if there's a book that really piques my interest. So I decided this time to talk about books that are more fluffy. Although this is not as fluffy. Major Pettigrew's Last Stand came out, I believe, in 2011, and it's Helen Simonson's first novel, and I have to say it's actually a pretty good start for a first novel. It's very reminiscent of Jane Austen's writing about the countryside, about country life, but she puts modern themes to it. She shows that the issues that were in Jane Austen's time is relevant in some parts, but there's now new stuff to consider. Like there's the main storyline is about Major Pettigrew, who falls in love with the shopkeeper in this town, and she is Pakistan. So it's showing race issues, religion issues, because she's Muslim and he's Christian. But it also just like Jane Austen, it looks into relationships. It looks at the relationship between father and son, uh, and daughter and mother, all that stuff. So it's very enjoyable. It gives you a little bit of some fun, educated stuff with a lot of fluff. And I love the characters. I love Major Pettigrew. He's a little uptight, and you kind of want to say, relax a little, dude. But then you fall in love with that stand-upishness, and it's a good read. It was a quick read for me too. The next book I wanted to showcase this is a nonfiction book. It's called Spiced by Dahlia Jugensen. It's a memoir, but it's a quirky memoir. I don't know. For me, whenever I hear memoir, I think of sad, depressing, I did bad things in life. This is not it. She basically goes through her journey as becoming a pastry chef and getting to where she is now. Or actually, this is pretty dated, because when I started researching what happened to her now, she's not even at the restaurant she's in. So now she's on to another restaurant and whatnot. So, but it's a fun read. It's, again, fluffy. It's not supposed to make your brain turn or contemplate. It's interesting, and you get to see what happens in the kitchen when you're not around or you're too busy eating their food. And it kind of showcases the life of a pastry chef and as a line chef, because she originally didn't want to become a pastry chef. She wanted to become a line chef and become a big, you know, I don't want to say regular cook, but my friend is gonna say wrong term, but she wanted to become a chef, but she ended up becoming a pastry chef, and just she kind of shows how her career went, and her side tales of what happened, who she slept with. It's that type of memoir. But it's fun, and you learn some new things. I didn't know about certain things about cooking, and how do you say mise en place, MISEENPLACE. I didn't know that, so it was interesting, and yeah. I got this. My sister gave this to me because she knew I was starting to really get into cooking. She's like, "You should really read this, just in case you ever want to become a chef." I'm like, "No, don't want to become a chef," but it was good. It's very good. So yeah, I wanted to showcase these two just in case you haven't heard any and you're wanting to expand. But I would actually like more books like this. So if you guys know of any more memoirs or nonfiction about cooking, I would love to hear your suggestions because I'm running out of books. So tell me. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Not the prize, good stuff. So I don't have a wish list, and you'll see why. I bought other things, so I'm calling this my parade of guilty pleasures. So let's first go to my March Maven box. Hello. Let's get it in frame. Hello. Yay. Got very excited. So I'll show you the add-ons later. Okay. But I'll show you what I got in the box. First, it comes with this cute little thing. Get ready to play. So that was the theme this year, was their colors are supposed to resemble chalk, like sidewalk chalk, to start spring colors. And so their theme was just to play, have fun. So that was that. And then I really like their packaging because they just keep going. They have a quote on there. Without play, life just doesn't taste good. It's just so fun. So you kind of see these things, and then you get to the good stuff, which is their Rockstar hand cream. I've been using it. I love the smell. So I'm really not big on scents. Like Bath and Body Works, I can no longer go in there because it's become so perfumed that it just overpowers and gives me a headache. I like light scents, very nice light scents, and this has coconut oil in it, and usually I'm not big on coconut oil, but this smells really good, so I've been carrying it around in my bag. And so the one thing it says is that it's supposed to keep your hands hydrated even after washing. That's kind of true. I guess if you use the antibacterial soaps, it's not going to. So unfortunately, that's what we carry at work. So I still have to keep hydrating. So, but for the most part, it does its job. And then you got, like, they already told you about that in the sneak peek, but they didn't tell you about this. So this is Strawberry Mint Lip Gloss. And I love it. It smells really good. Again, I'm really liking how they scent things. See, I used it already. I'll put more later. But it's not too heavy. It's not at all heavy. It's light. I like the scent. I don't like heavy scents. I miss the old Bath and Beyond, not Bath and Beyond, the Bath and Body Works, because it had a light scent to it, and now they're just overpowered and bleh, bleh. So, and then my colors for Boho Glam, that's it, this is called Joy. And this is called, wait, that's Joy. Oh, it lost its sticker. And I think this is Lisa. This is Lisa. And so I was very surprised. So I for my birthday, Manny, when I went with my friends, and I have a few pictures of that. So I took all the colors that I got in my box, including the add-on, and I put them all together. Don't cover the colors, Jay. So I did those 3 on my toes and on my hands. And funny enough, I confused them. It didn't help that they didn't speak a lot of English, like they knew enough, but when I kept saying alternate, they kept saying, what? What do you, so you want one color on the toes and what? That doesn't make sense. I'm like, alternate, one on one, one on one, one on one. They had to pull in the receptionist, which made me feel bad. I didn't want to make it more complicated. And then I brought my nail tech too. I just bought the nail tech too, and I was trying to explain to them to make it as a base coat and a top coat, and they're just like, what? So they actually use it as a base coat on my toes and then use their own top coat, and I'm like, fine. As long as it works on as long as they do it on my nails, that's fine. And they were, the place was amazing. Loved it. It was very relaxing, very enjoyable. But I felt bad because one, we made them stay late because I was more labor intensive than they thought, and I made it very complicated. So, but it was my birthday. I'm allowed to be spoiled. I know. Sorry, that sounded very bad. Anyway, so that was my birthday Manny, and to me, it was very much like birthday cake. And it was fun, and I still have it on my toes, and you know how toes are, they last forever, at least for me. But I had them on Thursday night, Friday on my birthday, Saturday, but then on Sunday I was just like, it's too bright. It's too bright, variegated. No, I'm bored. So I changed them to a St. Patrick's Day Manny, which I just changed. And that actually, I changed it not because it was chipping at all, but because I was bored with it. And I believe that is because of this, which I just showed you earlier in what's on my nails. Again, I'm not being paid by Julep to say this, but I do have to say I love it. I haven't tried it by letting it dry by natural light. I've always put it up against a desk lamp and cured it under a natural 60 watt desktop lamp, and it dries like that, 2 minutes, and it leaves me feeling like I've had a shellac manicure without the bad benefits. As I said, it's my new favorite thing. That and nail tech too, which I don't have the bottle near me and I don't care. So you guys can find it. I'll make sure to link it in the show notes of nail tech too, if you want to get something that's a nail straightener and also heals. And yeah, but that and this have been my saving grace in chipping. I was so amazed that my manicure lasted it could have lasted much longer if I didn't get bored and wanted to put on my A. England Jane Eyre. So I'm very happy about my add-on. So that was actually, so excuse me, let me go back. These two were my add-ons. I actually just quickly added on this when we got the email, and then of course there was that delay, and then I started reading reviews about the Freedom Polymer, and I just kept going back and forth because I knew some people were saying, oh, I didn't like it, blah blah blah, but I didn't cure it under 60 watt, and I didn't do the every other day. So I just decided, you know what, I get a discount on it when I add it on, let's just do it. So I did, and I'm very happy that I did. So I did it how they directed. I know. So I put it on. So this time around I wrapped my ends, which is putting nail polish at the very tip of the free. As a blogger that I was reading about was saying, you put on your free tip of your nail, you just brush the nail polish against it, which is probably why my nails are a little bit more messy, but it helps with tip wear. So I do the same thing with this too. I wrap the top coat over it, and it's amazing. Again, not paid. Julep, if you want it. No, just kidding. Just kidding. No. I really love it. And if you're willing to do the directions, which is cured under 60 watt, and then every other day recoating your nails, if you're willing to do that, then go for it. And I haven't tried it without putting it with every other day without doing it, but I noticed when I did not do it, it was starting to flake off. So it has to get that rejuvenating top coat every other day. So that's my suggestion. We don't end there though. No, are you kidding me? Lies. So, excuse me, sorry. All my nail polishes are over here. Let me do. I was told to fill the dead space, so do. Anyway, so every month, I guess, when the Maven boxes come out, they also give you a secret shot. What? Why? Of course, they want more money, but why? So I went down the rabbit hole, as I call it. I went down the julep rabbit hole, and I got a package called Spring Fling. Let me see if I can. So the reason why I got this is because I really wanted this one. Guess what the name is and why I wanted it. I'm usually not into bright colors, but lately I've been buying a lot of bright colors. Guess the name. It's named Jennifer. Given. And then these two came with it, and I was okay with the colors enough to just buy it. This is Gloria. Hello, me Gloria. And obvious Robin. It's Ami! But Ami's not a girl, so he can't be named it. I know. He's talking to the candle. I'm sorry. He likes to go up to inanimate objects and talk to them, even though he has a bird right next to him. Marie is camera shy. That's why I couldn't get her to sit with me. So this is Robin / Ami. So, yeah. But that's not all. So I got A England. Yay. And then, so my local beauty source, well, local from work, Peninsula Beauty Salon. Love them. I've been slightly addicted and been going there during my lunch break. Bad. So I became a member, and the one thing they told me to become a member is you earn points, of course. But on your birthday month, you get a free nail polish. Now, they could have done hair, they could have done that, but no, free nail polish. And I asked, why? They're like, oh, the owner just loves nail polish. I'm like, so this is what I got. No, back. There you go. Liquid sand. Isn't it pretty? In the Stay the Night. I think this is the Mariah Carey. I don't know. But it's the liquid, it's the OPI liquid sand. Stay the Night. And the reason why, so this was my free birthday. My free birthday nail polish. And the reason why I got this is on Pinterest and everywhere. I've been seeing these beautiful red, black red, glossy, glossy, glossy nails. And I'm like, ooh, I want that. I crave that. And I look everywhere and no one would know what it was until I finally found the source. Because one thing about Pinterest with nails, sometimes you just get the picture, but you don't get, the tutorial that you want, or, the information. Or it takes you to a spam website, but whatever. But I finally found the source of this. The person who actually started the pictures, and she didn't care if her pictures were being stolen, I guess. I don't know. But she described that instead of, the liquid sand is supposed to have texture. It's supposed to be just gritty and grainy. It's, I guess, the new thing. Just like crackle, and the crackle one where it was crackly on the top. Now they're doing a liquid sand texture. There was another nail polish I saw that had a leather texture, which I think is cool. I'm gonna find it. But I don't know, the liquid sand, I was just kind of like, what? I like my nails smooth, not gritty. If I put my fingernails near me, I'll, make a sand burn or something. But what she did, she found, because she agrees with me that nail polish should be shiny, she put a top coat over it. That's all she did. And it looks amazing. So that's why I got this for my free nail polish. I immediately grabbed it. I'm like, ooh, I wanted to get one of the Butter London nail polishes, but since it's much more money, they're like, we can't give you that for free. And I'm like, oh, I understand, but so I got this. But while I was looking for my free nail polish, there were 2 buckets that said 50% off. What? 50% off discontinued colors. I said, well, I know these can't be part of my free ones because they wouldn't gain any money. They're trying to get rid of it. But it's 50% off. I can't just say no. So I got Essie, Damsel in a Dress. See? Red marked. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Yay! And then I got China Glaze, which I don't have a lot of these, and I didn't have much fun with these, but I think now that I have a little bit more experience and a little bit more direction, I think I can do well with these. Again, red mark. So this is, Blue Bell's Ring, and I just think it's really pretty, and I need more blue. Who doesn't need more blue, right? So I thought this was really pretty. That's not all. I'm not kidding you. I went full blown. So this is the last one, I swear. Revlon Nail Art Expressionists. Now, I've been saying I want to do designs. I want to do what my old nail artist did. And so this is I already got the dotting tools. And now I have this. It's they're Vincent, where's it? Vincent Van Gogh. Sorry for the flickering. I don't know why it keeps flickering. I thought I took off the flickering, but Anyway, so this is fun. I'm excited. I figure this will be fun with my dotting tool. You know, with the purple's supposed to be the base. That's why it has one. If you can see, one, and two. The gold is supposed to be the accent. So, if you heard the flutter, I'm making sure to not scare people because I know people have fears of birds flying into you. So that's why usually I don't have them in here because also they're noisy. But I'm making sure they're not getting into the screen flying. So, all right. I really, so it's, you know, it's fun, exciting. It's brushes on both sides. So I got this at Walgreens. Giving something else, and I went over and I looked, I'm like, ooh, pretty. And I thought with my rewards card I would get this with like 2,000 points, but I didn't read it correctly. And the person that was explaining it to me, she did something that is a huge pet peeve of mine, is they started talking to me like I was dumb, like I was a child, which I know I look like a child. I look young, but you don't have to go over and say, see, it reads 2,000 points if you buy another Revlon product. I'm like, I'm mastered in reading. You don't need to point it out. I just didn't read the fine print. I'm sorry. So that was a little pet peeve, but I let it go. It was like, whatever. So I'm excited. I'm trying to decide if this is going to be my next Manny or Essie or if I want to do my bright julep colors. We'll see. I also have an idea of using my light Jennifer with do a reverse French manicure with a black tip and black dots. I don't know. We'll see how I feel next week. So, alright. That's it. That's all that I bought, but it feels like I went through a huge spending spree. So, I promise I will have more on my wish list than on my buying spree. So, well, I guess that's it. Just kidding. I know you want your treasure, your prize giveaway. So, this actually, so I have a confession. I bought this for the giveaway. It's in Fiji. I didn't want to I wanted to keep with the theme of my knits and nails. So I decided you can't just get Blue Moon. You have to get nail polish that closely resembles this. So that's why I decided to give it away. And I decided, hey, it's my birthday. Someone should get a gift. So I already did the random generator, and I plan to show a picture of it so that I'm not lying. And it is Lisa, last two knit or last knit two. It shows on the picture. Yay! There weren't that many replies, and I understand. I'm still small. And the correct answer is yes. My name is Jen or Jennifer, and I choose to do my nickname because yes, it is my dad's middle name, and I just like it. And actually, I really like the idea of just being the letter J instead of J-A-Y. So I like that idea. I can be Men in Black. But the one thing to know, I don't know if I probably misspoke. It was actually my friend in college that called me this, not in high school. I actually had a different name in high school. It was Jenny. Don't ever call me that. Only very few people are allowed to call me that. My family and two people that refuse to just call me Jen or Jennifer. They just refuse. And I keep saying, don't call me Jenny. It's not me. But they were introduced to me as Jenny. So I can't blame them. So anyway, just don't call me that. Yay! Excited! Congratulations! So I'll contact me, PM me on Ravelry, and with your contact information, Lisa, and I'll send it out to you as soon as I get contacted. Just give me a little breathing room because I'm usually not at the post office, and I have an account online that I can easily just tape it on the box and whatnot, but it's just getting to the post office sometimes is a hassle. So give me a little bit of breathing room, but I'll get it out. So announcements. Yay, I'm on iTunes. I finally figured out. I told you I would win. I told you I would win. And I figured out how to. I found a good website. I found a good host for my videos and figured out where I can get my RSS feed, and went through and was able to get it through iTunes for them to approve. So the one thing to note though is and I'm going to keep talking about this further. Hold on. Ami. He's not going to shut up. Sorry. One thing to note is on my host though, there's only so much storage I can do every month. I get 1 gigabyte, and that's the most I can afford. So, and since my video files are just so, I don't know, I'm trying new methods. That's why if you see certain different things, it's because I'm trying to get the file size as small as possible, so that way I can still do, enough for the month. But I may have to switch to every other week, which gives me more materials to talk about and give me a good reason to be going for an hour. But it, I really wanted this to be a weekly podcast, but life happens and things just sometimes just don't go your way, and you have to deal with it. So, we'll see. I'm hoping that if I can get myself under an hour and do certain things with my webcam without destroying all quality, that I can still put it on this host and still be able to upload it into iTunes. So yeah, we'll see. And then maybe you won't get so annoyed with me being able to talk for an hour. So yay! I'm on iTunes. I'm very excited. So leave a review for me if you could. I'm gonna try to look at them, but I know that knowing there's gonna be bad reviews and there's gonna be comments, and I understand that, and I'm working on improving my skills, improving how I do things. So I like constructive criticism, but if you're gonna criticize who I am, I can't help that. So, meh. But, yeah. I guess that's it. Oh, I should talk about my birthday, huh? My birthday was fun. I started off with my birthday mani and pedi with my knitting gals. It was amazing. We ate wonderful Thai food, had my noodles, and we got to see the Bay Bridge lit up with the new LED lights and the images. That is fun. That was a lot of fun. And then Friday had my work lunch with burgers and amazing fries. And then went over to Livermore and had amazing fondue that was amazing. Killed my tummy. I can't have too much of that type of food anymore. But it was so worth it. And then saw Oz, the Great and Powerful, and that was a lot of fun. I had a good birthday. And I had a good birthday day. It was amazing. Then Saturday did some wine tasting with a couple of my friends, because one of them is a wine member and she had a free lounge party. So we did that, and then I had dinner with my parents at Wente's Vineyard, again in Livermore. I keep going to Livermore to do a lot of my stuff because I love Livermore. It's a great place. So I was trying to live there for a while, but it's too expensive. So I can visit. So it was a great birthday. I'm so blessed to have the family and friends that I have. So my birthday always remind me that I'm so blessed and to treasure these moments. As my friend Madame Lederhosen told me one time, only I can fill up a Thai restaurant. This was last year. Fill up a Thai restaurant with 15 people for my birthday and then add more. Just fill it up and then add more not expected. And I don't know, it makes me feel very blessed. So, yeah. Well, now I'm done. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful knitter day. Bye.
All I wanna get is a little bit closer. All I wanna know is, can you come a little closer? Here comes